making some preseason All-American lists and you're off the field. Just what is it like for you to kind of have all this hype for you coming into this season?
It's a blessing, just hearing for the hype and stuff. But I maintain low focus, not get social media off my head and stuff. But I see a lot of stuff, tagging me, watch lists and stuff. But it is a blessing, seeing the watch list. But I'm ready for it.
Have you ever had as much attention on you
Nah.
now as you've had in your career?
No, not really. But right now I do, yeah.
What is it just like managing that?
Really, it's a lot, but at the same time, I just maintain it. Just stay on top and everything.
The Duck fans that haven't had a chance to catch any film, what type of runner are we getting in you out here?
A power back. Also a power back. That's me. That's my style. Just an all runner style.
Totally. Obviously, you're an older guy, but has anybody out here kind of taken you under their wing in terms of making sure you're a part of this team and you're getting along with everybody?
Yeah. The backs. The groups they maintain. They help me. The playbook. Also they open me up. They like a brother keeper, so they make sure I'm good and stuff.
Not to take anything away from your former teammates, but how does it feel to have such a talented group?
It's a blessing. Talented group. We compete each other. Make sure we stay on top. Always compete every day.
What does the offseason look like for you with that group?
Really pretty talented team. Off season got a young guys, but pretty talented. Yeah.
You guys get together off the field, right?
Yeah, off the field. Hanging out and stuff.
What's your pickup activity? I know some guys do bowling and stuff.
We just going out go out to eat and stuff. Kick it. Go fishing and stuff. So yeah.
Noah said in the spring that you run with a sense of violence.
Yeah.
How does that hit you hearing that, and what do you think he means when he says that?
Just a strong runner, violent runner. Has a back. Can't let one man get you down. Has a me. Our running backs, we always talk about violence. Always finish strong, run hard. So yeah.
What's it been like being out here with your brother, kind of just watching him grow and get him this college experience? What's it been like for you?
It's been fun. I just make sure my brother stay on top, make sure he focus. But it's a blessing to be back with him since high school. My senior year he was a freshman, but now we back together. And also make it easy for my parents too as well. But he's doing good.
What do you think improved the most?
I be seeing him rep with the ones and twos. I see him communicating, making calls. So he's doing good.
Who's going to have the better Oregon legacy, you or him?
I would say him. Yeah, I would say him.
Is there anyone you model your game after, or you compare yourself to as far as running backs?
I would say Walter Payne. Since I was a kid, I used to watch him. I was younger. My dad, tell me about him. Also, Bo Jackson too, as well.
Obviously, there's been some pretty talented backs coming through Oregon in the recent years. Bucky Irving, Jordan James, particularly Bucky. Seeing him at the NFL level, does that play into you coming here at all?
Yeah. Just make sure I want to keep that legacy on top. Has the best, all our best for real. Really, just keep it on top of the legacy. Good backs like Bucky and James. And just maintain that Oregon running backs to keep the legacy.
Are there any of the younger running backs that stand out to you so far?
Yeah. I would say Dier and Jordan. Them guys, they maintain focus, maintain working. They young and they catch up a lot. They some good workers.
Yeah. A lot of transfers in the past have said that fall camp at Oregon is just a different level of intensity than they've seen before. How prepared do you feel for it? How are you preparing for it? Have you talked to any of the veterans about how intense fall camp is?
Yeah, they told me, Oregon fall camp is hard, but it's just all mental. It gonna be hard, but just gotta keep working. Stay focused. Just always make sure you're on top.
And what are some of those things that keep you just mentally grounded and focused so you don't get too far ahead of yourself or caught up?
Just maintain make sure nothing on my head like social media or something like that. I got a routine. I stick with my routine what I have, and make sure I take care of my body for this fall camp.
What has made Oregon special for you so far?
Say it again.
Or what has made Oregon special for you so far as a transfer?
This program is like a family. This is program is like a family to me. these guys, and coaches, they make sure they take care of us. We always hang out outside of football, see each other, put a smile on our face. So it's a big program.
Naturally, you're really confident in your own abilities with that. But what do you think would be the biggest key for you to repeat and do what you did to Tulane here in the Big Ten with just bigger defenders to stop 1,000 yards again? What would be the key for you to be able to do that?
I just got to keep working, to improve. Every season, just improve. If I could do 1,000 yards, Tulane, I could do it here too. Not just me, all the best really. But that's my main focus.
Are there things that you're doing or plan to do from a recovery standpoint, from a body maintenance standpoint, that are just maybe a little bit different, or kind of those preemptive things that may just be different because of the Big Ten, because of just bigger guys?
Yeah, get stronger, faster. I see a lot of improving, like my speed. I see that build up. I work on my speed, my power. I got stronger when I got here. Just like also doing like yoga too as well. Make sure, because it's muscle. I have muscles and stuff, so I gotta make sure I do yoga. So I make sure I stay on top of that.
Are there certain strength numbers that stand out to you in terms of certain lifts and whatnot?
Well, I say like squash wise, I did like 4, 6 reps. So that was a big key for me. I could tell I got stronger.
Where were you at before?
I was like 480, 480, something like that.
What are you up to now, weight-wise?
Weight wise, I'm 210. Yeah, 210.
Is that your goal weight?
Yeah, 210 to 215.
Has there been production, improvement production at the pass catchers? Are you looking to let your receiving skills flourish a little bit more?
Yeah, more like passing yards and stuff like improve and stuff. So yeah, more receiving. Yeah.
Has there been a moment where you kind of thought to yourself, this is why I came to Oregon, or are you kind of saving that for the season?
Really, like for my brother, make sure where he was going. I want to make it easier for my parents. But I think I made the right choice, choosing Oregon, because, they feel like family here. So, yeah.
Obviously, there's not a whole lot out to you, except for, the nature and everything. Have you got out to, seeing sort of, do any sightseeing, I should say? Check out the coast, check out the mountains, any sort of hikes or anything like that since you've been here?
Yeah, I did. Went to the mountains. It was nice. Saw the city. Nice people around. Good food, too, as well. Good people. So, also a lot of fishing to do. So, I love fishing. So, it was good.
Yeah, you a big fisherman?
Yeah, I'm a big fisherman, yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
Since I was 5, 7. Yeah,
Wow.
7, 8, yeah.
It's a good spot to do it. Bryce, I know, loves to do that too, so
Mhm,
him
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're up to 210. How has that sort of made its presence known in your running game? Have you seen a change in your running style with the weight change?
Yes, I was like 205 my freshman and sophomore year. Then I moved up to 210, and I could tell like I got more power, more stronger, and my speed is coming up. So.
I know your brother flipped on signing day. So did you know when he made that decision that it was also going to be such a monumental decision for you?
I didn't know. It shocked me too as well. On his signing day. But whatever he was going, I want to go with him. Make it easier for me and my parents. But it was shocking the flip and stuff. But
Did you know when he made that decision that you were definitely going to try to get to Oregon then?
yeah. Yes.
Sounds like he didn't talk to you about it that much.
No, he didn't until he told me,
Yeah.
about he had committed. And, we talk on the phone
Yeah.
and stuff.
How do you feel the togetherness is coming in the running back room in terms of just like the camaraderie, and obviously you're a new piece of that, so how do you fit?
I feel pretty well. The guys, having the playbook, they show me around what to do. It's a little similar to the Tulane playbook, but it's a lot. But the guys, they help me out, outside of football, just help me on the playbook, catch up alone, and I caught up a lot.
Yeah, outside of the talent level, obviously you mentioned that earlier. What are any differences between Oregon and some of your past stops where you played before?
I would say like the competition. It's more competition when I had at Tulane, but it got me better. So.
What gets you fired up competitively off the field? Obviously, football's a big thing, but playing like 2K or anything like that with the guys?
Yeah, like games or go out to eat. We be competing like playing the video games online too as well. So yeah.
Any other sports?
Last question.
I would say like track stuff
So
like
I
that.
get one more.